Here on a Friday, and well, we're going to bring Ian in. Just bring him in, bring him over. It's the 9-minute Phill-Up, and here you go. Got Ian some coffee. Made a request. Okay, you can leave now. Yeah, and I don't know about everybody else, but he could lean into that razor on his beard. So we'll see what happens. Well, he's got his coffee. He's all smiles now. Hey, I want to remind everybody it is Friday. The weekend is here. We're always ready for the weekend. We have a big night of high school football to cover as well, so we can talk about that, talk about Sports Friday on the go. Some great games last night. There's that debate. What's the best time of the year? I've got my badge on. Why do I have my badge on? I'm already in the building. This is my official WTOV9 badge. And it is I just left it on. I don't know why. But what time's the best time of the year? Summer, winter, fall, spring. For a guy like me, it's sports. So right now it's pretty good. Pretty hard to beat. You know who's hard to beat? Addison Albert. And she is our producer of the day. She gets a gold star on the refrigerator scoreboard, and she has joined us. Addison, how are you today?
I'm doing quite well. We missed you this morning.
I missed being here, and then when I fell back asleep, I was pretty good. I was okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, you got to sleep in.
Should I mention who just walked in the room? He's saying nope. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Oh, it's Tim McCoy. You heard the voice. I know you've heard that voice before. You know why? He is the lead singer on the Sports Friday theme song
and the Summer of Fun theme song.
He sings it. He sings it, and he's all ready for those dogs to hunker down. Just saying. Everyone's going, huh? I thought he was an Ohio State fan. He is an Ohio State fan. He's ready for Ohio State and Oregon. And how about this? Talk about a great game. Ohio State at Oregon, Saturday night on WTOV9. Tim, what time's the kickoff for that?
For Ohio State?
And Oregon, because I know you'll be in front of your television watching that.
Well, here's the deal, Bill. As you know, I am a big Ohio State fan.
Yeah, speaking of the microphone, sir.
Oh, just like, you got me back. I see what you did. Yeah, yes. It's 8 o'clock. On NBC.
Yep, on TV.
We also have WVU Iowa State.
That should be a great game. Have you seen the uniforms for West Virginia yet? They've been around on social. Wow, those are sharp.
But guess what? I'm going to be at the WVU game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, how did that happen?
Well, my wife Kelly.
She's a Mountaineer, right?
She's a Mountaineer. One of her best friends is and roommate in college is married to Anthony Beck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he's
played for the Jets.
But he's being inducted to the Hall of Fame.
He should
this
be.
Weekend at WVU.
Yeah.
And it just so happens his son is the quarterback from Iowa State.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to go down.
Just worlds colliding. It's just there's so much going on.
So I'll be.
And he's wearing his Georgia pullover because his daughter goes to Georgia. She is an equestrian. Shay is an equestrian. I want to ask you this because now we have now you're in trouble because now I've got you. Yeah. You can't just walk away from the mic. But anyways,
Addison should be here.
But just real quick, Tim's daughter Shay is an outstanding equestrian. Is down at the University of Georgia on the equestrian team. I just need an update because I always ask you. I always ask about Quinn, your son as well. He's a big baseball player at Baldwin Wallace. Yeah. How are they both doing? But Shay she's in the throes of a huge renaissance of Georgia football where they are just absolutely crushing everybody. But then they had the game against Albert. What a wild game. Yeah. But just how is she doing with the equestrian team? Most people are going, equestrian team. Yeah. They have equestrian teams in college.
Division I, University of Georgia. And she's doing very well. 2 weeks ago, she was awarded the teammate of the week.
Oh, awesome.
They give her a red horseshoe.
Oh, okay.
For the teammate that works the hardest and
nice
and helps the team.
So how do they work this? I would imagine it's more weekends.
Yeah, it's normally weekends.
You never know what you're going to get in a 9-minute Phill-Up.
And you know what? You when you have basketball season, football season, they're kind of designated, right?
Yeah.
But the question is, you start in September and you end in May.
It's all year round.
Season, yeah.
Now, do they have more than just jumping? Do they have?
Yeah, she's a jumper, but then it's also Western, which is a whole different discipline.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen Western, where they come out and they just fly in these horses and they.
You mean the barrel racing and all that stuff? Or
it's not barrel racing, but it's.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
But she's a jumper. So.
You never know what you're going to get on a 9-minute Phill-Up, everybody. We're talking equestrian.
17-pound horse that jumps over
Yeah.
4-foot barriers, right? So
And the amazing thing is the rider,
come on back
the
there.
rider is in complete control.
Yeah.
And it's just and now is Quinn done with baseball? Or is he in his last fall
He's in
season?
season's fall baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
And how's he doing?
He's doing well.
He's getting perfect weather right now.
Loves it.
All right, Addison.
Actually, I came in here to tell Addison that they're moving the chalets down at the fort, getting ready for Christmas at the fort.
Fantastic. The chalets are on the move.
Yeah.
The Nutcracker. That means the Nutcrackers will be on the move pretty soon too, probably. All kinds of things going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just there's activity all over the
But
place.
it's pretty cool. Addison should tell you all the great things that the station's going to do for Christmas at the fort this year, and producing live television shows. And
This is why
Sounds good.
you've been in TV so long, because you know how to make a tease.
Yeah.
And that's the tease. You know why? Because we have to go to the Gem City. We have to go to T-Town. We have to talk about Valley Converting.
Well, that's my
We have to
man.
talk about Mike B. Let's get this out of the way so you can see that Valley Converting right there. They are the sponsor. They bring you the 9-minute Phill-Up. Let's hear from them now.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
Recycle for your future.
Running the show over there. No, okay, Addison. The teaser was that there's a lot going on down at the fort during this Thanksgiving holiday season. So let's say Grammy Betsy's coming into town, because she may do that. She may not. It's one of those situations where you never know Grammy Betsy. She's going to make a move with it.
Grandma
She's going to
Betsy,
make it.
she's got a lot going on.
She's the best. I'm just saying, my mom. I love her. But if she comes in, what's she going to see down at the fort?
So this is the 10th anniversary of Christmas at the Fort.
Okay.
And we are going to go very big, bigger than we've ever gone before.
Go big or go
Also,
home.
I'll put a question out to everybody watching.
Okay.
What is your favorite part of Christmas at the Fort? Maybe Steubenville lights up the night. One of those events. Please feel free to leave a comment, and what the special is going to be for News 9 that you can watch on Thanksgiving Day is going to be a preview and a recap of kind of behind the scenes what you can expect this year as well. So things are going to be larger than life. I've already seen things that we have never had at the fort ever before.
Okay.
So it's going to be new. If you have been there before, it is going to be different than you've ever seen it.
Nice.
So I don't want to give too much away, Bill. That's what they call a tease, right?
Yes,
You can't give
yes,
too
it
much
is.
away.
This is so if we went back into the WTOV9 archives,
Yes.
and the first time I was at the fort for any type of
Anything.
show, and we had the footage of me basically jumping out of my skin when Baron von Steuben jumped out of the ground
Oh, good.
and went, "Hey, everybody, Baron von Steuben," and I went, "What?" So that wouldn't be new enough. That'd be too old.
Too old, Bill. We're actually going to have an entire pavilion dedicated to entertainment.
Maybe I could jump out of the ground and scare Baron von Steuben this time.
Maybe you can. Well, I bet people would come down to the fort to see you. You're going to take a spin around the fort, right?
Absolutely.
All the chalets.
My favorite spin around the fort, and this is it's personal, and it's probably a little I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what the word is to describe it.
Nostalgic.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's kind of a pride thing. Pardon me. Thank you, Addis. I'm good. I think I'm good. Thank you, Tim. Favorite time was ever down at the fort. Big Red had won the state championship. My son was the starting kicker on the state championship team. True story. We're in the locker room. Everyone's taking pictures with Coach Reno and the trophy, and Ian's getting a picture and the whole thing. So Ian's the last one that has the trophy. He's one of the last kids to leave the locker room. And Coach Reno says, Ian says, "Coach, where do you want me to put the trophy?" He goes, "Bring it back Monday."
What? They
I looked at
trusted
Ian. Ian looked at me, and we went, So we took it on tour. one of the places we took it was the studio here. We Tim McCoy, we wanted to show it to him because it's, it was one of those things where you're like, hey, check this out. Look the accomplishment. And Channel 9 has been so supportive of sports throughout the Ohio Valley for every team. But Big Red, also the Channel 9 has had a great partnership with Big Red, and it was just important to bring the trophy here. But one of the places we took it to Yorgos, we took it to the fire department with George. I had to go see George.
Had to go see George.
We took it to a few different restaurants. We took it to a number of different. We took it to the PlayStation. We took it to Judge Mascio's courtroom.
You take it to M&M Hardware.
Took it to M&M Hardware. Absolutely, took it to M&M Hardware. Took it to Joe Biasi, Mike Biasi's brother from Valley Verde, because he'd always talk to Ian. I remember when we won the state championship. I just missed my girl. We got to bring her home. The whole thing. First place we went, knocked on his door at about 11 o'clock at night, and he, who's knocking on the door? He opens the door. My girl. And
The
he took
trophy's
trophy.
back.
Yeah, the trophy's back. So we went around down at the fort during the Christmas celebration, and everything was out, and we took pictures with it, and people I said, Ian, there you go, take pictures with the kids, and people took pictures. Great.
It was like a station that people could come and visit, because that's
Almost,
big.
yeah.
I mean, high school football is big in this area. So it's
But
probably
I'll tell you what, the fort, in terms of under the leadership of Jerry Barilla, Judy Bratton, just and all the people that work behind the scenes, they have their committees, they have their board. They do a great job in incorporating the community every year, and it seems like it gets bigger and better every year. So when we did that was already that was 17, so we're already almost 8 years.
Mhm.
So and it's just, you look around, it's just more and more. It doesn't stop growing. There's more things for people to do.
Well, and this year specifically, we're finally getting to put those volunteers in the spotlight. There are people who donate time and money, but time, 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
And they have full-time jobs. And so their main purpose is to just do this for the community, and they've never gotten recognition. They don't ask for recognition. I have to kind of drag them into the spotlight in order to give them recognition.
So this is going to be like a huge
way to set up my
Addison's
expectations.
Achievers on the fort.
It is a huge Addison's Achievers for sure. Way to tie that in. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, I've been around here a little bit.
Well, and another thing that they're really trying to focus on, and again, please comment your favorite parts about Christmas time, going to the fort, but they're getting the students involved this year. So a lot of technology is going into some of the displays, and that takes programming and lights. And so a way to get these volunteers involved with the younger generation is to get them in the schools and show them and teach them, hey, this is the tradition that we've carried on for so many years. It's your turn now.
Absolutely. And of course, it goes without saying, the fireworks are always fabulous.
Yeah.
Can't beat the fireworks.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a live fireworks on our special. So there's gonna be 2 specials. One, of course, a preview, and 2, we're gonna be live. Steubenville lights up the night. We're gonna be lighting up on News 9. Brought to you by yours truly. And Bill. I mean, I expect you to be there.
I'm gonna be in front of the TV watching with everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm like, go Addison, you go, girl. It's cold outside.
That's my Addison.
It's Addison. Look at her cheese.
Well, not to change the subject, because we'll go back to Christmas, but we do have a comment. Brian going to Monroe Central in Barnesville.
Oh, Brian has been waiting for you've been waiting for this one all season long.
Let's go Knowles.
Yeah, oh yeah. Brian is ready. Makes no secret. He's a big Knowles fan, but that should be a monster movie. As Apollo Creed talked about it with Rocky Hughes, when you get the Italian stallion and Apollo Creed, it's like a monster movie. And I'll tell you what, this one could be a monster movie tonight. Barnesville has shown everybody over the last 3+ seasons, we don't lose. Don't lose regular season games. And Barnesville's on another roll. They are loaded. They might be the best team in the Valley this year, bar none. Any class, they could be stack them right up there. They would. I think they'd give anybody a game. Monroe Central, undefeated, taking care of business.
There's a lot of undefeateds this year.
These two teams. These two teams, when they're good, it's always good. You want all the teams to be good, but when you have those traditional teams that they are good. Jaser Costa, head coach at Woodsfield and Monroe Central. He went into the Hall of Fame recently as they had a Hall of Fame induction there. I saw him over the summer. He's doing great. He's excited about this team. He's excited about this version of the team. This should be a great game. And that leads us to Brian. I know you're going to go to the game, but I know you're going to bring Sports Friday on the go with you. Now, how do you get to do that, everybody? You could do it. You can do it on the YouTube channel. You do. I know you can get the YouTube channel on your phone. Like and subscribe. Then you can make comments. Tell us about it. So I know Brian's going to be hit with some comments as what's going on. Then you have WTOV9, so you can watch it right on the regular, channel. Then you can go to the WTOV9 app and get the Sports Friday on the go. So it is. It's going to be a great night of high school football. It's going to start early too. If you're thinking about Sports Friday on the go, get to us early on the YouTube channel because Steubenville Big Red and Huron Heights from Canada, they're going to kick off at 6:30 in the evening. So that means we're going to start at about 6:20. So you get extra. You get free. It's kind of like when something goes into extra innings or overtime. You're not paying for that. It's free.
You don't know what that's like, though.
It's free.
Yeah. You going overtime? Never. You never. Yep.
Oh, we're out of time. There you go. We're in overtime. We're always in
Phil,
overtime. Yes.
Not to interrupt your train
Okay.
of thought, but
Yes.
we do have something really big coming to the Ohio Valley this weekend.
Santa?
Not yet. Don't get too excited. Still gotta have spooky season. But the most tattooed man is coming from Portland, Oregon,
I saw that.
to Wheeling Island Hotel Casino Racetrack.
I don't think he's from Portland, Oregon.
Where do you think he's from?
He's from Bray Barton. Underneath these clothes.
What
The most tattooed man in America.
is you? Do you put makeup on your arms every day?
That's right. These are sleeves. They're plain sleeves. Everybody thinks they're tattooed sleeves. They're plain sleeves. I did see that. That's a huge event down at Wheeling Island.
You have any tattoos?
I do not.
No. If you were to get one, we talked about this. If you were to get a tattoo, what would you get?
Well, I was supposed to get a Washington. Now they're the Commanders, but it didn't happen, so I didn't get that. But basically, I have a couple of tattoos, and Tim McCoy, who's still here with us. He's one of the reasons why one of the tattoos. First off, 1985 National Championships, University of Miami. I'd get a U with the baseball silhouette that they used to have on and I think they still have it on the stationery. Does anyone use stationery anymore? Or it's all computer stuff now?
Some people.
A few people. But and then I have 1985 National Champions. So that'd be one.
That's a good one.
Then 1996, Tim gave me the opportunity, asked me if I'd be interested in carrying the Olympic torch and the Olympic torch relay for Atlanta. And I went, I think was it even a half a second?
Did you actually know?
Yeah, that I actually waited to answer you.
He answered immediately.
Literally, Tim said, "Do you want to what?" Uh-huh. It was. He didn't even
I really thought for a moment you were going to say that the tattoo you were going to get was of Tim, but I'm happy that it was of the torch.
That's part of the deal. If I get that tattoo with the Olympic rings, I would get. And the way I would design it would be the Olympic rings with a torch through it, and then Atlanta '96. But because I would honor Tim, there'd be a little picture of him underneath, just like a floating head. Just a little floating head of Tim McCoy. Yes.
That'd be good. And what's your last one? I thought you said 3. Am I wrong? Just 2?
Oh,
one for each arm.
Yeah, I guess
you and I talk about this, Bill.
The kids' names? I don't know.
Kids' names?
Maybe.
Isabella and Ian, yeah.
Well, just Isabella's.
Yeah.
I got him coffee.
Yeah. But I would get the Olympic rings. I told you if I ever were to report or, of course, perform in the Olympics, I would definitely get the Olympic rings.
What was my third one?
I'm not really.
I can't remember.
I think it was the Olympics.
Well, that was the torch. That would be combined. It'd be Olympic rings with the torch through it in '96, and then the national championship one.
I don't know.
I don't know if I have
Super
a third
Bowl?
one.
You've been to Super Bowls?
I've been to 4 Super Bowls, 5 or how many Stanley Cups have the Penguins played in? 6? 6. I think 6.
6, sure.
Yeah, so I've been to 6 of those.
Not the girl to ask. You can ask me about Super Bowls, but
yeah.
Well,
Could put the Farmington High School Conference Championship, Northwest Conference Championship from 1984 on there.
Yeah.
How many touchdown passes?
Lots.
Tim asked how many touchdown passes.
I can't remember. It's too many. It's too high.
Too many.
No,
You're the quarterback.
I was. I remember my senior year. Tim has asked me this question before. Senior year, how many touchdown passes? I said, I remember the first game, I threw 3. Then I broke a bone in my foot and I had to miss 3 games.
Oh, no.
And then the last game when we played our arch rival, Falcons of Avon. They were going to go to the state championship game.
Those Falcons.
Not so fast, my friends. Remember Avon makeup? You ding dong Avon calling. The headline in the paper: Ding dong Farmington calling because we made a house call on Avon, 27-7. They didn't go to the state championship game. 3 touchdown passes, huh? The Polk High's tough. I tell you, Bundy's a bad man.
Brad Noling says hello and good morning.
Brad, he is this true. Brad, tell Addison it's true. He is just warming up. He's prepping for his day. He is out of control, active on Sports Friday on the Go.
Really?
This is why you have to like and subscribe, because you can talk to Brad. Brad gives you all the games. He'll give you insights. He'll talk about what's going on. He has a great time with Sports Friday on the Go. He does a phenomenal job. He brings us information, games he's at, what he's hearing about, and comments. So Brad's just getting ready. This day's just getting started.
Jamie Ely says Sports Friday on the Go is going to be, in all caps, legendary tonight.
Jamie Ely, of course, of WTOV9. She may be where you're standing tonight. She's going to be running the show. So she's bringing a legendary show. So let's go. How far are we in, by the way?
Nobody needs
it doesn't matter at this point.
But I didn't get to talk to you this morning, Bill. This is my chance to talk to you.
I know.
So tattoos, we talked tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Good news that kids are actually going to be allowed in the casino this is the only time the entire year that they're allowed into the casino for this tattoo event.
Free tattoos for everybody 12 and under.
Yeah, no need.
That's not true. I don't know that is fact. Do not take that to the bank. I'm not sure. But if it was.
But no babysitters required.
That's true. Yes. If you need to go get a tattoo, this is where you can bring the kids. So here's the deal. I'll tell you, I used to love to watch. Remember that show Ink?
Oh, that was a good show.
I used to love watching that show. It was a good show. It was a good show. Maybe in honor of my mom, I talked about Grammy Betts. So I can maybe get a picture of her on my. I really thought
that's what you were going to say.
Mom, no,
because you're a mama's boy.
Not really.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm my own man.
I'll let her know. Doesn't she watch this?
Oh yeah, she'll be saying. My dad will be going. Wait, I thought you were daddy's boy. And I'm like, no. He's
one with the people. Everyone.
Phillips. We're just having fun. You gotta be one of the people. What's the rules, everybody? Everybody knows these rules by now. 2 rules: have fun and always try your best. So if I'm having fun, hopefully you're having fun. If I'm trying my best, who's gonna get mad at me? And if they do get mad at me, like, well, I tried my best. I'm sorry. Came up a little short. Except your teammates don't want to hear that when you give up a home run in the bottom of the 9th inning.
There you go. This time
I tried my best.
It's like therapy. Oh, one more comment for the day. We have Brian.
I can't believe Ron hasn't checked it.
Oh, maybe. I did. I missed Ron. He said my game of the week is Cal at Pitt.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's big Pitt man.
Yeah,
Ron's
that's
big
what he
Pitt
says.
man, yeah.
But Brian says he's looking forward to the Buckeyes versus the Ducks. The
Buckeyes and
Ducks.
It's on WTOV9 Saturday night. You can watch it. You can actually catch Notre Dame Stanford in the afternoon, and then that runs right into the coverage for NBC going into Ohio State and Oregon. Tremendous. And it's a Big Ten matchup. Mm-hmm. Who knew? But and then of course, Cal and Pitt, as Ron brings up, ACC makes perfect sense. Last week, Miami goes out to Cal. Miami finds a way to win, but it's ACC football action, coast to coast, everybody.
And Big Ten action almost coast to coast.
It's crazy. But at some point, let's just make it one big free for all. Do we need conference? Just a free for all. Football should be its own separate thing, which it kind of already is. But the SEC doesn't want to do that because the SEC is all powerful. They're the best conference, all that stuff that you hear all the time. But they've been beaten. They have been beaten. But I think that would be the biggest hurdle to it. But I think why not? You could almost turn it into the, I don't want to say the National Football League, but you could change it up so you don't have to have the Cal women's soccer team traveling to Raleigh, North Carolina to play Duke on a Tuesday night and then go back to get to classes for a Monday morning test or something like that. I really think a lot of teams are going to have to do this. You go coast to coast, you're going to have to go. Let's say the Cal Bears soccer team comes to the East Coast. They're going to need to play Duke. they're going to need to play North Carolina, and they're going to play North Carolina State all in the same week to make it worth your trip. Doesn't make any sense to do, and do it any other way.
And in terms of the Big Ten commercial, which is my favorite commercial,
They're good
now
ones.
they have to go all across the country.
Yeah.
They used to be just in a little nook in the Northeast. No
Well,
longer.
and then little nook over New Jersey.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, why is Rutgers in?
Why is
money.
Rutgers?
Money.
Well,
Money. TV buys.
Ron
Big Ten.
says,
Boom.
Ron says Pitt, Ohio State national championship. Ron, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about
Could
that.
happen. Could happen. Hey,
Anything could happen.
as of right now,
In
they're on a
football?
collision course. They're on a collision course. Penn State, forget about it. Miami,
Hey.
forget about it. Forget about it. It's Pitt, Ohio State, collision course to the national championship.
That would be
Okay,
something.
before we go, we're gonna wrap things up. We have to because Addison has other
I
things
have
that
a
she
job
wants
to
to
do
do in her
today.
life.
Bill
Tim
doesn't do much.
wants to go and do other things. As much fun as this has been. And again, we have to thank Valley Converting for this. Thank you. Mike Biasi and his crew up in Toronto, T-Town, Gem City. If you have recycling products, especially paper ones, if you have tax records, medical records, they can make them disappear. Just throw them into the beater. Turn them. I don't mean it in a legal way. I don't mean that. But if you had to, you could. So we took a turn. We just took a turn.
Time to wrap.
We were talking about favorite times of the year, Addison. I don't know if you'll agree with this. Last night, I'm home.
Oh.
Went out on the cigar, or went out in the garage, had a cigar watching the games. Ian was there.
I
Coach
heard,
Coach Swizz stopped by. So we were watching we watched the Indians, Detroit. Well, unbelievable. What a comeback by the Indians.
Yeah, I knew. I was going to come.
The Guardians, Guardians. Sorry, everybody. The Guardians. And just what a great game and a great comeback for Cleveland. So they play tonight, and they're going to have to beat the best pitcher in baseball this year today to get to the next round if they want to do it. Scoble, I think is how you pronounce his last name for Detroit. He's on a 21 inning scoreless inning streak right now, and that includes postseason play. He's just dealing. He's filthy. He's absolutely filthy. So the Guardians, I almost said Indians again. The Guardians,
nice catch.
They are going to have to win that game today at home to get to face the New York Yankees. Yankees game comes down with Kansas City, comes down to the wire. So I'm watching all these games. Meanwhile, I'm checking in with Seattle and San Francisco. I'm watching that game.
Right.
And San Francisco looked like San Francisco last night, even with all their injuries. They really put it on Seattle, and they could have made it worse. Seattle got back in the game. So anyways, that's going on. Then a WNBA playoffs, the championship series.
Right.
Minnesota Lynx, New York Liberty goes to overtime.
Man.
Brianna Stewart, it's a 1-point game, gets fouled at the end of regulation. They go to the review. They're not sure. They get the foul. She gets 2 shots, makes the first shot, ties it. So you're thinking, Brianna Stewart's going to knock this down. She's one of the greatest players ever. 4 national championships, 4 most valuable players in each national championship run for UConn. And everyone says, who's the best player? Be her. Just point to her. So she makes the first one, misses the second one. Go to overtime again. She goes for a layup last second, misses. The Lynx win it by 1 in overtime. Great game. Penguins play. They lose 6-0 in the opener on Wednesday night. Thursday night, they go to Detroit. They put 6 goals on the board, and they win 6-3.
Can you believe that?
Yes, it's professional sports. You don't know what's going to happen. It's the greatest reality show that we have. Everybody likes to watch these shows.
Hey, you know
when you
what?
get rolling on a Phill-Up, you get rolling on a Phill-Up.
Actually, I'm going to say that is
What's
so
up?
true. I try and get a lot of my girlfriends into sports, and naturally, I come from a family of all boys.
Yeah. And you're a jock.
I'm a jock. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Varsity.
you ran track and did all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
And you're a big
4-year Letterman.
pickleballer.
Let's go. Pickleballer.
Pickleballer.
Never let that go.
No.
But I said sports and national league sports. Oh, that's not how you say it.
Major league sports,
Thank you.
professional sports.
Best drama you will ever see. Best drama ever.
Or if you're here on a Monday after a Steelers game and Addison and Jeff are both disappointed that they lost to the Cowboys, that might be more drama.
Yeah.
But speaking of drama, we're going to get quick predictions from you. From you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since we talked about it, West Virginia, Iowa State ranked 11th, but they got to go to Morgantown Saturday night. It's on Fox 9, and they've got these minor uniforms. You got to, if you haven't seen them, flip on the game. You'll probably stick around for the game, but flip on the game just to see these uniforms West Virginia's going to wear. They are sharp. So does West Virginia get the upset of number 11 Iowa State, or does Iowa State get a road one?
I think people underestimate the crowd at
Okay.
West Virginia. So I
good
think
crowd.
I
Always
think
good.
that they might. I think they might upset them. Yep.
All right. Ohio State's going on the road. Number 2 against number 3. Ohio State going against Oregon, out in Oregon. The crowd's pretty good out
You
there.
want to hear my answer?
Mr. Tim, close your ears.
I was going to say, Tim's going to say, Addison, you're in Buckeye Nation over here. But
Hey, you got to give your true prediction. You have to give your true prediction.
Yeah, I actually got a physical Buckeye
There you
from
go.
Tim
There
to
you
try
go.
and convert
To,
me over
to sway you, even though you went to Penn State.
Yeah, I think I looked at him and said, "Can I eat this?" And he was like, "No, don't eat
Well,
that."
if they're made properly, they're
With
very
peanut butter
tasty.
and chocolate?
Ooh, yes,
Mhm,
yes,
different kind of
yes,
Buckeye.
yes.
I am going
You
to take
going
the
Ducky?
Ducks.
You feeling Ducky?
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So
Prove
that
me wrong, though. Prove me wrong.
yeah. All right. So now the National Football League,
Game on.
Eagles and Browns, and the Browns. It's hard to even talk about. I mean,
know.
they are not good, but this is the National Football League. Carolina's won a game.
And you know what team I don't trust?
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
Okay. So what are you going with? Browns on the road.
I have a friend who needs the Eagles to win due to a Survivor League, but you know what? I have faith in the Browns this week. So there you go, everyone.
She's calling the upset.
Because I
She's
just
calling
think
the upset.
the Eagles love to fumble the ball. They
Okay.
just like to. That was a
No.
metaphor too, maybe literally and figuratively.
All right. So Cleveland's getting the win there. These are all Addison's pick. You can parlay these if you want to.
Parlay them.
At Bally's. And so you have
You got
all right. So no, Cincinnati, New York Giants. Cincinnati 1-4. They should have won last week against Baltimore.
They're
Joe
mad.
Burrow, your favorite quarterback.
Oh yeah, those highlights are throwing me a weird way though. I will pick Cincinnati just because I think that they have everything to prove.
Okay.
That last week's game was a tough loss for them. So I think they're mad and I think they want the win. I don't think that the Giants really have a team to put up with them.
Cincinnati's got to find a defense. Though.
I know.
They don't stop anybody.
Well, Giants don't have an offense. So.
That's true. That's true. Especially if Neighbors doesn't play and he's been dealing with a concussion. The wide receiver, outstanding rookie from Ole Miss, I believe. No, maybe no LSU. Final game pick.
I knew you were gonna do this to me.
Steelers
Raiders
in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Raiders.
Well, they love to lose at home too. So yeah, there is not a season in the world or in my lifetime that I've ever rooted against the Steelers. Maybe at the end
I've
of the
never heard you pick against them once.
I will not, even if I know, I will not ever pick against my Steelers.
So please remember that when you're making your wager, everybody should not pick against the Steelers.
Sorry.
Here's the other big question.
Yep.
Fields, Wilson.
Bill, it's a Friday. Why you gotta do this to
That's
me?
what I do. That's what we do on the 9-minute Phill-Up.
My quick
45 minutes.
opinion. My quick opinion is that I think that I really like Fields. I think he's doing a great job, and I think that he needs some people in front of him to block. And I think that
everybody does.
He's our quarterback, and he's going to be the long running quarterback. He's it. But I think that Russell Wilson needs a shot because we don't even know. We haven't even put him on the field. So put him on the field. Let's see what he can do. And if he disappoints us, then we have a great backup. But you have to give him a shot. It's not his fault that he got an injury.
There you go, everybody.
And that's on that note.
Yeah, that's it for the 9-minute Phill-Up, everybody. For Addison and Tim, we can't thank you enough for joining us on the 9-minute Phill-Up. Now, as we've already mentioned a number of times, make sure you join us tonight for Sports Friday on the Go. It'll be myself and the Nacho Man, Don Sloan. We'll be talking football, all things football. We'll have 5 of the best games from the Valley. You can get it on WTOV9.com. You can get it on WTOV9 YouTube channel. Like and subscribe so you can comment with us and go along with us. And then if you're heading out to the game, you're like, well, how can I bring it on my phone? You get it on the WTOV9 app. You can watch it right there. And Brian's going to have it. I know he's going to have it at the Barnesville Monroe Central game. And that will be one of our games for tonight on Sports Friday on the Go. It's been great talking to you all week. Wish you nothing but the best on your weekend. Have a great, wonderful weekend. And remember the 2 rules. Always the 2 rules. Have fun and always try your best. Until next time, everybody, I'm Bill Phillips. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.